Okay, so this is Valerie again, and then, I'm interviewing Kylie a second time, so this is interview number 2. Um, isn't she cute? Anyway, so I wanted to ask you some questions about us going out now. So, just so you all know, Kylie is not full-time. I know she's mentioned that before, but when she does go out as a girl, it's not as often, and we usually go out dancing and stuff on the weekends. So maybe a couple times a week is when she'll actually dress up as herself. But do you remember when we first started going out, like the first times you started dressing and stuff like that? Well, just so you all know, I was very protective and scared and nervous for Kylie because, I'm sorry, some people can be a-holes and they say and do stupid things.
And I made an ugly girl. I still kind of do, but...
That was not the point at all. I know you
Okay,
didn't,
sorry.
but... No, but like people can be real jerks about something that is as simple as this once they open their minds to it. So, at first, how did you feel about going out?
Well, the idea of being full-time, I could never imagine being full-time. I could never imagine going out as a girl. The idea mortified me. And now I don't feel that way. But let me just tell you why it mortified me, why it scared me so much. Because when I used to dress up when nobody was around in my house as a kid, I would put on a dress, I'd put on whatever girl clothes, my sisters had in their drawers. I knew their drawers better than they knew their drawers. I knew where everything went perfectly and all of that. But um, I would look in the mirror and I would always be met with disappointment because I would put on the clothes and be like, yes, all right. And then I would happily go over to the mirror and then I would see a boy in girl's clothes. And it was very, I don't know how to describe it other than it really hurt. And so for me to go as an adult out wearing women's clothes, I feel like it was a replay of those exact events when I was a child. And that was very hard for me to handle. It was very difficult. So, but it shifted, and now I don't feel that way.
Were you ever concerned for your safety like I was?
Well, as you know, I'm pretty self-sufficient and a good fighter, so I'm not too concerned. I was concerned for a while that I might get arrested for being in a fight and they would consider me assaulting them, me hurting somebody, because I don't want to fight, but I was never really concerned, and I think that people, actually I know, that people just pretty much leave you alone, and I always had the chance to walk away as well. And I also don't go playing on cliff's edges. If there's a dangerous situation, potentially dangerous, I will stay away from it. And I will not go to a bar I've never been to or something late night, dangerous, nightclub or something. Um, I stay away from that cliff's edge because if you play next to it, you're bound to fall off. And I don't want to fall off of that. So I wasn't concerned, and I didn't want you to be concerned, actually.
Well, I couldn't help it. I don't think anyone would. I mean, this, personal, well, the safety of your loved one after something like this is actually a huge deal once you realize the mortality rate for anyone who's transgender, whether it's suicide or homicide. Anyway, I digress. But so are you feeling more comfortable going out now as compared to them or then?
I have pictures which I'll eventually post in my 6-month, 7-month, 8-month transition video timeline because I want to do one of those. The first time I went out as a girl, there was no mistaking I was a man. It was bad. I look at the pictures. I look way more feminized now, but I still look like a man. And, but in that photo, I was like a man. I was a man. I mean, there was no doubt, and I was wearing girl stuff, and I had crackle nail polish on and necklaces, and it was way overdone. I looked really awful actually, but I didn't care because it had gotten to a point after 30 years where enough. Literally where I was just throwing the shackles off and saying, enough, and I should be able to do this. And I noticed that people's reactions weren't as bad as I had imagined, and everything went well. I wasn't provoking people. I was just going out and being me. So I really had an easy time. I have an easy time now. I just don't worry about it. I just go out and smile and own it. I pretty much own it. I make it my bitch, and I just go and I just do it. And it always turns out great, and I enjoy it, and I'm so much happier. So.
How long did it take you to get ready when you first started?
Oh my goodness, like 3 hours. Makeup was a disaster. Like, oh my goodness, so makeup took forever. Getting dressed, if I wore something where I had to do a tuck, that was difficult. In the end, it was just like forever. If somebody wanted to go out, see a movie now, or you should go out as a girl, I'll be like, I'm like, that's not really possible. Now, for me to get ready, it's much faster. It's like 10-15 minutes at the most.
That's faster than me, and I've been doing this way longer.
Yeah, I learned fast, so.
So, do you feel like you're finding that happy medium with like who you are? Because I know a lot of girls, you say they over feminize when they first start dressing.
Well, I was told I would over feminize, but I'm really a tomboy, and I've always embraced the tomboy in me. So this is, I like to wear like Roxy and Quicksilver and Rip Curl and Metal Militia and Solon and all these companies. I like to wear Ever Evolve. I like to wear all these different companies that represent me being like a tomboy. So I don't know. I'm fine with that.
Oh, that's good. What would be...
I'm not even answering the questions right, am I?
No,
Okay.
I'm actually running out of questions. What would be your advice to someone who is first starting with like makeup and stuff?
You know what? Actually, my advice for somebody who's starting makeup and everything else is get on YouTube and actually watch girls do it. I wouldn't watch somebody like me do makeup because I'm so new at it, and I would never give tips, but they have some amazing makeup tips. And if I were to give advice to somebody who's starting transition, I would say you need to start talking love towards yourself. Over all the years, by the way, I've looked at myself and said ugly, 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 ugly. And I don't like this man feature and this man feature and that man feature. It's actually better because it's very easy for me to take a bulldozer and destroy a house, but it can take me, so I can destroy a house in a matter of a day and have it all hauled away on big, meaty trucks or whatever you want to call them. Anyways, but to build a house will take a year, 2 years to build. So building yourself up takes a lot more time, so you should start immediately and stop doing the very easy thing of tearing yourself down. And so I would suggest love yourself, love yourself, and start telling yourself that you're beautiful, and start walking with your shoulders back and head held high, because you deserve it, and you've been through a lot, and there's a lot of people that care about you, and I think that it's now time to live your life. So that's what I would give advice for, I guess.
Well, with those kind words, it's a good time to end the video. Thank you again for doing the interview with me. I'm probably going to be doing more, and I actually might be posting my own, so...
And then we're going to post a video, look it up, of us doing slide, and I always win.
No, you don't.
So,
but we'll,
yes, I do.
we'll show who wins. Anyhow, night everyone. Thank you for watching. Bye, Kylie.